video. Today we're gonna be doing something that's been requested by this little darling right here. So today we're gonna be doing a cake of
Nom Noms, yay!
and I know you will love it. So vamos a hacerlo. And the materials that you will need for this project are frosting, brown food coloring, pink luster dust, brushes, toothpick, and a flour cookie cutter, 6-inch cardboards, a half-spheres cake and a 6-inch cake, pastel and white fondant, and your Nom Nom print. And the first thing you need to do is take your half-spheres cake and your 6-inch cake and put it on top of another with some frosting. Now we're gonna cut our 6-inch cake with an angle so we can finish our spheres form to make the head of our Nom Nom. Now we're gonna do the same thing we do with all our fondant cakes. We're gonna crumb coat it and then put it in the fridge. Crumb coat and put it in the fridge. After we take our cake out of the fridge, we put it in the base that we want to serve it or present it. Then we can start rolling our pastel yellow fondant to cover our cake. After we get to the size that we want to cover our cake, we put the fondant on top of our cake and we start smoothing it. Then with the fondant smoother, you complete your edges to cut any excess fondant on the sides. Now we can start making our ears. Taking a little bit of the yellow fondant, we're gonna make a roll and then we're gonna cut it in half. Then we're gonna take the two pieces of fondant and make it like a big drop shape, and then we're gonna flatten it a little bit, and with a fondant tool or the back of your brush, you're gonna make the inside of the ear. Then you're gonna do it with both of your ears and you're done. Then to add the little bite that it has in one of the ears, you're gonna take your flour cookie cutter and put it in the edge of your ear and cut it. Then you can get a wooden stick or a toothpick and put one in each of your ears so you can stick your ears up on top of your cake. Now to make the bow, you're gonna take 2 large pieces and a small piece of your light pink fondant and you're gonna start rolling them. Then you're gonna take your 2 large ones and make like an oval shape and put them together. Then with the same fondant tool that we use for the ears, we're gonna make the indent or the center of our ears, but this time we're gonna make them a little bit deeper, and then taking the small little piece of fondant, we're gonna roll it long enough that it's gonna cover the middle part of our bow. Now for the sprinkles, we're gonna take a piece of fondant of each color from the blue, the light pink, and we're gonna make with some white fondant a little bit of orange, and we're gonna take little balls and then roll them on your fingers until they come like little oval shapes and they're done. Now we can start making the swirly frosting on the top of the head of our Nom Nom. Taking some white fondant, we're gonna start rolling it, but we don't need to roll it that much because we're not gonna cover the whole cake. So what we're gonna do is gonna measure the top of our cake with a round cookie cutter measuring 2.5 inches. That's the top of our cake. So we know that we need a little bit more. So we mark our fondant, and then like a 1/4 inch further from our mark, we can start marking all our swirls to put on the top of our cake.
Going to get there and hope we will meet there. Going to get there and hope we will meet there.
we're gonna take our swirly cutout. We're gonna flip it around so the mark doesn't show and put it on top of our cake. First, we're gonna take the pictures that we printed out and figure out which side is better to make the front part. After we figure that out, you can start gluing it with some water. Now we can start painting the face. To make sure that we put the face in the right place, we're gonna take the middle feature. In this case is the little button nose, and that's the first thing you're gonna glue in. So I take a little piece of brown fondant or the white one that I painted with a little bit of gel brown coloring, and I make a little ball and I glue it. After I glue that, I have my middle part of the face, and I can start coloring all of the other parts. So I make the mouth second. This one is like a jelly bean shape, so I just trace it first and then I color it and fill it out. Then I can make the eyes. If you think that it's a little bit difficult to paint it freehanded just by looking at it, you can take the picture and put it on front of your cake, and with the back of a brush you can mark all the parts and the shapes, and then you can color it. Then you're gonna take a piece of pink fondant and put it on her mouth to look like her tongue. After that, I wanted to finish her face with the little rose cheeks, so I take some luster dust and I add it on. If you don't know what luster dust is, it's like a powder form color for cakes, and I'm gonna leave all the information and where you can buy it on the description box. When you finish adding the rosy cheeks, you can finish by adding the ears, the bow, and the sprinkles. I love this cake because it's so Kuwait style and so cute. I actually never heard of the Num Noms until my nephew told me about them, and I think they're the cutest thing ever. You need to check them out on Google to see all the series. They have cupcakes and ice cream and burgers and sushi, and they all have scents on them. They're super cute and they're super fun to make as cakes. I hope you enjoy them, and I see you next time. Bye-bye! And here you have it, the Nom Nom Cake. You like it?
Yeah.
I did a good job.
Yeah.
Nice. I hope you like it too. If you do, please give me a big
Thumbs up.
If you have any questions, leave me a comment
Comment below.
Don't forget to